So this is Danny's messenger bag that I'm working on. It's been taking me a little longer than I thought it would. I'm just about to put this onto here. And, so I can figure out where I want to put these down here. They're about 3 inches, imagine 2 by 3, and I'll just attach that straight to the side. And this will be a handle that goes across the top. And it's all sort of cosmetic right now. If you look, this comes in underneath and attaches here, and then the hand strap is going to come through here, and then it'll finish off in here. Everything's been saddle stitched. An awful lot of saddle stitching on this because this material is it's very ruggedized, so it's got a wax oil finish on it, and even really good barge cement doesn't stick to it very well. So that. This will go right there. 2 of them. Such. 5 inches of that. What's that? A couple of tabs out of this. A lot of sewing to do. Tabs will probably go here somewhere. I might get a bigger chunk just to hold that all together. So look, all that's left is everything else. scratch hole so I don't cut the threads with the actual hole. So you have stitching here, a rivet, more stitching here, and I'm probably going to stick a rivet right here as well, just for added strength for so this doesn't pull apart, just to give this stitching a little bit extra strength. You got two pieces, a top and a bottom. So you got this post and another rivet, and that just sits on top, and then you pin it down, and Bob's your uncle. Where's that cap gonna sit? I want that rivet to be right at the end of my stitch line. So right about. I just use it, make a little indent. Show me where the edge is going to be. I go in the center. And this thing, this drives a hole.
Is it that?
What's that?
Is my clip fixed?
Is your clip? Well, you know what? I've been working on this bag, Speedy.
Whoa, you're doing good.
Oh, thank you. That's a more reasonable height.
Are you glad that we're going to the karate camps? And you get to do some time to work on this bag?
Yeah, actually I am. I'm glad you guys go off and do your thing.
Oh, we go to all of the karate camps.
There. That's one side done. Yeah, look at that. guess it's time I do an update. On Dan's bag. So, a little bit more of a pain in the backside than I had anticipated. Simply because I was initially just going to use mount the messenger bag onto the back here, where I had lots of room to work. And Dan, bless his soul, said he'd rather have them along the side, so I've had to go in and kind of work with this strap on, mounted on here, and because of the way I built it, I put little pockets here on each end, which made it very difficult to get in here to do my work. So I'm scratching my head trying to figure out how to, you know, make my life a little bit easier. So anyway, that'll be the buckle that's going on. It's already mounted. I had already started stitching this up and was about to mount it here, and then I realized too short, so I've had to go out and prep another piece to start my very long process of stitching this by hand, this full length, which is making me wish I had a sewing machine. Maybe one day. And you put it through. You hold this thread, or the thread like this, and you just sort of feed it through itself, like such. Pull it down, pull this down, pops over, or it capsizes, as they say in the stitching world, and then this is all waxed. Goofing off. Comes time you just got to say, well, yeah. So what we're going to do here is put this strap down through this hole here, and then like so it'll slide through this hole, and then I want the rivets coming up from behind, and then we put the fancy side, or the cap, on the outside. Ideally I would have liked to sew this all the way along, but this is after the fact. So, and then I have a setter over here, a tool you use to that's dished on this end, and then what that does is I set that on top of this cap, and it pounds it so it keeps it in a dome shape. That, if you don't want this dome, you could literally just pound it flat and it'll work as well. But so that's sitting there. Put the cap on, dome tool. And there you have it, riveted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish this off by putting a couple of stitches down the middle here. I'm just going to line them up off of the other ones, basically off the rivet line. You should get a bit more scientific about this. It's 1.5 inches. So what I want to do is I want to split this part here, so one of my teeth is going over the flap. So I'll just do my thing. And then this way, let's even move that back a bit, it actually ties down that flap there. If you can see that. That side, just want to line it up. There. There we go. Got it through. So that's pretty tight, so I think I'll just end it by going 1.5. So we send this guy through the other side. Here. That one last little hole. It doesn't really need it, but now I have the stitches, or the needles are both on the inside. So what I do is I will give it a surgeon's knot. And that's done. Just trim it short. That's off. Allow me to burn it here, and I'll show you what I'm doing. There. So, if you look inside the bag, this is what I've had to try to get down and get my little fingers into doing, is down into the behind this little pocket to get to that. Bit of a pain in the butt. So, now the bag has this side attached and this side attached. Now it's just a matter of measuring my strap down to this end. It will have an end like this. I think this is too long, so it's probably going to have to be cut up to about here. And the main part is done. Then all I have to do is put on the little keeper down here on the front. Two of them here, two little other keepers. These little tab jobbies. And that will hold the straps as they buckle up. So, called a keeper. So I'm going to adjust this and get this cut, and then then all I have to do is I finished off my threading here. So once I get the length, I cut it, and then I finish stitching, and that's the strap done. We're almost there, Dan. Anyway, Dan, here you go. Here's your bag. All done. Most of the features are on the front, as you can see. I got, I'll just point to them. Pardon me as I come across. So, over here we got the strap set up. Get out of the light. So yeah, so there we go. Two keepers. Butt buckles. I put these little keeps in here for the tabs. And big old belt buckle there. Made your keychain out of the same material. Looks like such. Chuck that into your bag. And yeah, so it's got the handle on the top. Locking there are these straps to pull down. I've got 3 holes here. I'm pretty sure you could fill that right up to the last hole and it'd expand quite a bit. I haven't tried it yet because I have nothing to put in it, but these are, just move my mallet out of the way. These are connected again by 2 rivets and a bit of stitching right here, as you'll see when you get the bag, and it's done.